When shadow comes to light. Hello everyone, this is Lori Lines of Higher Self Access. I am a QHHT Level 3 practitioner, board-certified clinical hypnotist, intuitive and inspirational medium. What is shadow work and how do you do it? Therapists, coaches, influencers, and daytime TV hosts, everyone is talking about shadow work. It can be a buzzword to get likes, presume sagacity, or establish a pseudo-guru status. However, shadow work is more than a hashtag. It is a profound tool for meaningful healing, trauma recovery, relationship rehab, and self-actualization. Fundamentally, shadow work is a healing journey of personal reclamation and soulful integration. It is the recovery of lost parts of the self that have fallen into the obscurity of the unconscious, the shadow self. The id, the ego, superego, inner child, higher self, lower self, mask self, conscious mind, unconscious mind, subconscious mind, soul, spirit, and shadow self. There are many aspects and labels for states of being and aspects of personhood. The shadow self relates to all aspects of the self that do not respond to the ego ideal and become unconscious with time. Despite the ego and shadow, conscious and unconscious, or shadow and light becoming disjointed, they are still part of the same soul, resulting in dis-ease from a fractured spirit. This is painful because it is not a natural state. Each lifetime we arrive as an integrated soul, ready to learn, grow, and enlighten. Yet over time and across interactions, we are conditioned to view certain aspects of ourselves as unacceptable and unlovable. These internalized beliefs, often established by what triggers the shadows of others, such as parents, define the shadow self. We refuse to acknowledge and accept these shadows as a defense mechanism to avoid dissonance resulting from shame, guilt, and self-loathing. It is important to remember that the shadow self isn't bad. We are only conditioned to believe it is bad. There may be gifts and talents repressed by the shadow self because we were mocked or punished for them, like the creative mind of a daydreamer or a little boy's love of dance. What is actually bad are the harmful effects of denying who we genuinely are. Self-denial leads to disconnection from the higher self, source, the destiny they co-created, and the path of enlightenment it leads to. As a result of this unnatural, disconnected state of being, intrapersonal issues arise, such as emotional triggers like anxiety, depression, or anger, emptiness and lack of personal fulfillment, lack of life purpose, negative self-talk, self-loathing, self-victimization, self-harm, such as alcoholism, drug abuse, overeating, overworking, cutting, etc. The harmful effects do not happen in a vacuum, extending beyond our inner being into our interpersonal experience. These challenges include toxic relationship patterns, such as domestic violence and infidelity, jealousy and envy, being overcritical due to projection, alienation and loneliness, unhealthy or lack of boundaries, codependence, defensiveness, generational trauma. Ultimately, we can't be or give our best or even better selves if we cannot first be our whole selves. Shadow work isn't all love and light, nor doom and gloom. Recovering unlovable parts of who you are can be painful, jarring, and disorienting, but it is also profoundly freeing, healing, and empowering. It doesn't take years and years of probing deep within the depths of your soul to experience the transformative power. Some people successfully embark on and accomplish a solitary journey of soul retrieval. Because shadow work can be facilitated by practices that override the conscious mind, like hypnotherapy, art therapy, and shamanic healing, some people seek therapists, counselors, or shamans. But shadow work doesn't take degrees, certifications, crystals, herbs, or leather-bound journals. Shadow work requires an open awareness of what has been hidden and a willingness to welcome it into the light. You neither forsake the light nor eradicate the shadow. There may always be aspects of yourself that you are uncomfortable sharing or acknowledging, just as there will be aspects that you want to put front and center. The goal of integration is awareness, acceptance, and allowing. Awareness of both your shadow and light, accepting them both equally, and allowing the authentic experience of both. The shadow is the greatest teacher. There are many paths along the shadow work journey. It is your soul. Therefore, you know best how to retrieve the aspects that make it whole. Still, the following past, present, future perspective could offer some illuminating guidance for every step of your journey. Let's begin with the past. Review. Take an inventory of your life thus far. Journal prompts can be very helpful in this respect. Examine your childhood, your relationship history, your personal accomplishments, and your regrets. As you do inventory, take note of any recurring themes and patterns. Accept. Understand that you may experience some discomforting revelations and recover painful memories. Accept that what is done cannot be changed, but by acknowledging it, you can change your future. Now for the present. Observe. Practice being the watchful observer, taking a non-judgmental, unemotional look at your reactions and your responses. Pay particular attention to your emotional triggers. And remember, not all triggers flare immediately. A midday occurrence in the office may come to a head in the evening during an interaction with a spouse. Question. Once you have gained insight as to the watchful observer, identify any patterns that arise. Question the who, what, when, and why surrounding an emotional trigger. Next, explore where. At what point in your life did this trigger start? Finally, how does this connect to your shadow? Look into the future. Allow. Integrating the conscious self with the unconscious self is a process. All aspects of the shadow will not reveal themselves at once, nor does unlearning conditioning happen overnight. Change and healing are not linear. Trust that your shadow will reveal itself at a pace that honors your greatest good and highest purpose. There are no mistakes, only lessons. Honor. You may not love or even like all that you've discovered as your awareness expands. No matter what you face, try to honor your shadow self, even if you are not ready to embrace it. Shadow work is a journey of awareness. The more awareness you gain, the more fully embodied you are as a conscious being, sovereign over your personhood and your path. Only in your fullness and with agency and authority can you live your destiny and follow your fate, your authentic and unique path to ascension and the brilliance of enlightenment. If you find this video valuable, please like, subscribe, and comment. I thank you for listening, and I wish you love and truth. I am Lori Lines.